Well, this World Cup was an interesting World Cup. I'm Secret Reactor here. And we're going to be reviewing my World Cup predictions and my thoughts on the World Cup final. Alright guys, so my World Cup predictions were I think they were pretty accurate. There were a lot of surprises, don't get me wrong, but this World Cup is like no other. I ain't gonna lie with you. This was a very, very interesting World Cup. But without any further ado, let's get into the first group. Group A, I predicted Netherlands-Senegal. What happened? Netherlands-Senegal. I was 100% correct on that one. I mean, Qatar didn't have a chance, to be honest. I'll be honest. We gotta be honest. The host did not have a chance. They lost the first game, and that was the first host team to lose the World Cup final in the end. Like, it was an amazing match for Ecuador, scoring I think 2-0 with a beautiful goal. I really thought Ecuador were going to qualify. They showed so much potential. They tied against Netherlands, but they couldn't capitalize against Senegal, and Senegal took the dub at the end. They lost against Netherlands. They beat Qatar, 2 victories. They took it. Netherlands, it was pretty much an easy prediction there. It was, what can you expect? They're number 1. So yeah, 100% in that one. Alright, for Group B, I predicted United States-England. What happened? United States-England. Okay, still 100%. Well, I mean, those first 2 groups were pretty easy. I mean, it was pretty easier this group than Group A. United States-England match was too boring, to be honest. It was a boring match. I think England had a pretty good World Cup. They lost against France. I mean, what can you expect? I mean, they were pretty good. Harry Kane missed that penalty, and I think if the ref was less biased, I think, to be honest, England would have won that match, or at least it would have went into penalties. But England had a pretty good World Cup. I'll say England had a pretty good World Cup. They beat Iran, they beat Wales, pretty easy teams. The United States, I honestly thought was a very good team. I mean, they were a very solid team. I mean, they gave European players trouble, and they were no easy team to play against. It was so hard. United States was a very hard team. They improved so much since the last time they played, which was in 2014. In those 8 years, the United States said, we can't be playing like this no more. We can't just leave our players here in the United States. We have to send them to Europe, and it really shows the difference. Like, and I'll give you more explanation on the Group C. But the United States from the last 8 years have improved so much, and if they keep on going at this rate, they're going to be. I think they might make it to the semifinals and one of these World Cup. I don't know in 2026, but I think if they keep on doing this same formula and improving it little by little, I'm guaranteeing you United States will make it to the semifinals of the World Cup. Group C. Argentina and Poland are still 100%, and this group hurt me the most. It really hurt me the most. Mexico, my fucking gosh, bro. My fucking gosh, I swear, bro. Like I've been saying, United States has been one of the greatest teams in the last 8 years. United States have been improved. And they're a CONCACAF team. Mexico, on the other hand, have stuck to their arrogant ways and not sending players to Europe and not improving little by little. And it really did show. It was just so old. Like, I'm telling you this. I'm going to guarantee you this. If Mexico were to bring the players that they left home, Santi Jimenez, Diego Lainez, Carlos Salcedo, and there were a bunch of young potentials in Mexico that were left home. And Chicharito too. Chicharito should have been in the World Cup. I have so much anger and so much hate for this World Cup, especially because of this fucking Mexican team. It's just so frustrating. Oh my God, it's so frustrating. Like, this Tata Martino will go down as the worst Mexican coach, at least in World Cup, at least in the World Cup. Tata Martino was the worst Mexican coach to ever play a World Cup with Mexico. It's point. I don't give a fuck, bro. Look, Tata Martino did not give one single fuck about Mexico, leaving their best players, playing some stupid tactics. And the thing is, though, too, the Federation of Mexico did not give a fuck about growing and making Mexico proud, but they really care about money. That's the only thing they care about. Now, Tata Martino has so much grudge and such a big ego that he would not even bring his big players, the best players, had problems with Chicharito, had problems with Carlos Albacero, and at the end, it was just so bad. It's so bad, and it's sad because Mexico had so much young talent, and I'm guaranteed, look, at 2026, Mexico would have the greatest, like their young players, they will be at their peak, 26, 25, 20 something, but they would bring them in right now. They should have brought them in, at least in the bench, at their 20s, early 20s, so they could get the experience, so they would know what they would feel, and they would know what to expect for the 2026. They didn't bring it, and I'm at least in my side, I'm frustrated that Tata Martino didn't bring the best players, but at the same time, I'm happy because Tata Martino is going to be fired. He is fired, and the Mexican fans won't hold this up. They will be pissed. The Federation will have the main answers, and at least I'm happy that, at least I'm hoping that we turn this fucking dumbass phase, this money phase, into something good. We need to do that. And I was just sad. Argentina, Poland. Okay, Argentina, I'm going to say it right now. I'll give more opinions on this in the future, but like I said in my prediction video, I said just because Argentina won Copa America, or just because Italy won the Euros, or because, or like any other team won the domestic cup, like Gold Cup, the AFCON Cup, or something like that, that doesn't mean they're guaranteed in the spot. I still stand by that, and Argentina proved me wrong. I have so much respect for Argentina. I really thought they were going to lose in a bunch of games. They proved me wrong once again, and fucking hell, man, Argentina. Poland, Poland was there. They stood their ground. Chesney was amazing, and I still stand by the way. I still stand that if Mexico brought in their best players, their best young players, or the best fit players, they would have beat Poland, and they would at least tie against Argentina. Actually, they would eliminate Argentina because they lost against Saudi Arabia, which was the biggest upset in the whole World Cup. They lost their streak, and I think if Mexico would have tied, they would have eliminated Argentina. They brought in their worst players. You rather have two injured strikers and a center forward instead of the best striker and the goal lead and the person who had the most goals in the Europa League. You rather have two injured players. Dumb. All right. Let's leave that hateful and bad energy aside. Let's move on to Group D. France, Denmark. That's what I predicted. What happened? France, Australia. Well, that was an upset. What the fuck? Denmark did not make it to the fucking round of 16, and said it was Australia. I did not expect Australia to go all the way. Fucking amazing Australia. France was just, to be honest, it was they were going to qualify. Tunisia made them lose, but they beat Denmark and they beat Australia. And I really thought the World Cup curse was going to happen the way Australia led that goal. And then Giroud and Mbappe. They were amazing. They were both amazing. I think if Benzema would have played, it would have made no difference. To be honest, I'll be honest with you. It would have made no difference because it was a decision between Benzema and Giroud, and I think Giroud was up for the task. He was up for the task, and he took it. And I mean, what can you expect? France, Denmark, Tunisia, Australia. France was destined to be top of Group D. What can you expect? For Group E, I predicted Spain, Germany. What happened was Japan, Spain. What the fuck? Oh my god. I would like to apologize for predicting that Germany was gonna win it. I was wrong. Fuck. I thought they were gonna win. Turns out they lost against Japan. They tied against Spain, and they beat Croatia, and they beat Costa Rica. I think they need experienced striker. Timo Werner wasn't there to play. I think it would have been a different story. But Japan, what the fuck, bro? Congratulations on, they at least made it out of the group stages. That was a big upset. Germany losing against fucking Japan. What the fuck? Spain, second place, was a disappointing second place. Them losing against fucking Japan. I predicted. I was wrong, man. I don't know what to say. I thought Germany was strong enough. They had experienced players with the right amount of young talent involved. They should have won it. They didn't. Group F, Morocco. Group F, I predicted Belgium and Croatia. What happened? Morocco and Croatia. Fuck me, Morocco. What the fuck? They're the first African Muslim team to have ever got into the semifinals of the World Cup. The first African Muslim team to have ever reached fourth place. Like, how big that is? Like, everyone expected Morocco to at least to finish last. Like, and they did it. That is just an amazing achievement for Morocco. It's amazing. They beat Belgium. They were supposed to be one of the contenders, semi-finalists, and Morocco said, "Nah, let's switch the roles around. I'm gonna be the semi-finalist. Fuck Belgium." I mean, Thibaut Courtois put it. No, I think Kevin De Bruyne put it perfectly when he said they were pretty old. Lukaku, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, he's playing. He basically has the right tools to become the greatest defender. I mean, the greatest attacker ever. Well, attacker ever. But I think with all the injury and all the expectations, I don't know what's going on with Lukaku, to be honest. Look, I wish the best for Lukaku. I wish he could go back into the golden age of him when he could score a bunch of goals for Inter and for Belgium, be the hero for Belgium. But for right now, it's over. The dream for the World Cup is over for Lukaku. Thibaut Courtois, Kevin De Bruyne. Man, it was sad, man. Eden Hazard, I think, shouldn't have gone. I think Eden Hazard should have gone. He was so unfit. It showed he was so unfit. The defenders, Bernhauser and I forgot the other geezer, but those guys were too old. They just couldn't compete with the new age. It is sad. It's sad for Belgium, but it's the game's the game. Croatia, it was always destined for them to show up on top, but it's sad that Luka Modric, that this World Cup was his last World Cup. At least he gained third place. He gained third place for the World Cup. I mean, what can you expect, man? France. I mean, they were in Morocco. I mean, it was France. I mean, Croatia was Argentina. Argentina were at their peak. They were too good. What can you expect? we all gotta pay respect for Luka Modric, okay? I think his time at Real Madrid will soon be over soon. As the likes of Tuchamendi and Camavinga, Valverde, they're gonna take over as the new elite midfield of Real Madrid. I think those three talents are gonna be the next future of Real Madrid for the next 10 years. And I'm put this in stone. Real Madrid will dominate more than Barcelona in the next 10 to 12 years. Put that in stone. For Group G, I predicted Brazil, Switzerland. Yeah, what can you expect? I mean, Brazil, too good. They had the swab, they had everything. I mean, this World Cup, they came prepared until they faced Croatia, but they were just too good. They were just too good. Switzerland did a decent World Cup. They played against Cameroon. They lost against Brazil, beat Cameroon. Beat Cameroon and lost us. When did they lost? I said they beat each other. Switzerland, they did a pretty good. They did a pretty good, decent job in the World Cup. They lost against Brazil, but they beat Cameroon and Serbia. It was a decent match for them. They lost against Portugal, but what can you expect? They were going up against Ronaldo and Portugal. Let me rephrase that. They were going up against Portugal. Now Group H. I predicted Portugal and Uruguay. It happened. Portugal and Saudi Arabia. I really thought that the duo of Suarez and Cavani would at least propel this team forward, and they couldn't. It was a sad day. Valverde was too good. Valverde was for me one of the best midfielders out there, but the poor Uruguayan team didn't have what it takes to make it into the elimination round. It's a sad day for Uruguayans. They had to say goodbye to both their elite strikers, Cavani and Suarez. What can you say? To be honest, I'll be honest with you. I'll be straight up honest with you. South Korea did not belong there. They don't belong there. I think Uruguay should have gone. Straight to the fact that South Korea didn't play top football. They did not play top football. They earned it, however, but I just don't think they should have been there. I think it would have been way more better for Uruguay to go into the elimination round. But the game's the game, and Portugal supposedly is the last World Cup for Cristiano Ronaldo. And I have an issue. I feel like the football world is very, very biased when it comes to the debate of Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. By the way, the debate is over, but I think there's a huge bias when it comes to Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. Look, I get it. Messi is a player that can score and deliver and can do a lot of things. Can change the game effectively. But to be honest, listen, if you pay attention to the media and if you pay attention to what shows around, what goes around, look, put this in perspective. Messi had the worst season of his career, scoring 6 goals, having little assists. Playing in PSG with Kylian Mbappe, Neymar, and yet he had a terrible season compared to last season Ronaldo, where he was one of the highest goal scorers in the Prem. Not Ligue 1, not Serie A, but the Prem, the biggest league in the world. That is incredible for a 36-year-old. This time, the roles have switched around, where Ronaldo lost one of his sons during birth, and Manchester United did not believing that his daughter had an illness, and Manchester United saying they want Ronaldo out. And I agree when it comes to business, when it comes to let's make this team better. If this guy was the problem, he should be out. And I do not believe Cristiano Ronaldo was the only reason Manchester United had a bad season. He should have stayed there for longer. Aaron Ten Hag did not believe in him. Everyone was doubting him, and with the loss of his son, he had a lot of inside. He had a lot of non-public problems, like keep that like a lot of his problems were not on the pitch. If I was to say, not a lot of his problems on the pitch. Messi, however, I don't know what's going on in his personal life, but at least he didn't have all this like emotional stuff. Like his problem last season happened on the pitch. He didn't perform well. He didn't do this. He didn't do that. He didn't dominate. But last season, Ronaldo's problems were nowhere. He had so much good stuff happening on the pitch. This season, Messi did not have problems inside, nor did he have problems on the pitch. That's why they were calling him, he's going back into his form, la 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 la. But Ronaldo had a lot of problems inside. They had emotional and non-public problems. And how the heck are you going to expect him to say, like, I lost my son, but I'm going to perform my best? Like, it's a sad thing for a parent to... It's a sad thing for anybody that your son, unfortunately, has died, and yet the club is demanding everything, the public demanding everything from you to perform on the pitch. It was just sad. So, like I'm saying, like, I have a ton of respect and I have a ton of love for Ronaldo. Okay, Ronaldo is like one of my favorite football players ever, and for him and for me to see all this happen to him, like, he's washed, he's old, he's not gonna perform well. He's going to a Saudi Arabian team because he can't perform well in Champions League. This and that, like it's just sad. It's just sad. But I don't want to get into this. All I want is people to not show a lot of hate and a lot of disrespect to Ronaldo, because he is one of the greatest players of all time. Having said that, Messi, Argentina, the final, Messi versus France. It was an emotional roller coaster. The first half and a lot of the second half, Argentina was dominating. France were not in it. They were just tired. I don't know. They were not emotionally stable for the World Cup. Kylian Mbappe brought that energy into the last seconds to keep France in it, going to extra time, and Messi said, "Nope, fuck you. We're winning it." And Mbappe said, "I'm gonna convert this penalty." And Martinez, like, did not have Martinez trolling goalkeeper stuff did not work on Mbappe. He scored a third goal, and did not work either in a penalty shootout on Mbappe, but on the other French players it did. France lost on penalties 4-2. Argentina won the World Cup. Messi won the World Cup, completed football, and Messi is the greatest sportsman player. The greatest player in all of sports history. Not Michael Jordan, not any hockey player, not any rugby player, not even football. No player, and I mean no player, can ever compete with the legacy of Lionel Andres Messi. No other player has won everything in their whole sports career. Messi has done that. Champions League, the Liga, the World Cup of Clubs, the World Cup. What's it called? Copa America. Messi is the greatest sportsman player of all sports. He's the greatest. He's the number one top. This World Cup for me was an emotional roller coaster. My country didn't make it out. If you can tell, Mexico couldn't make it out. Hopefully we can at least make it to the quarterfinals. Hopefully. But let me know in the comment section below, what did you think about the World Cup? I enjoyed it. But yeah, let me know down below what you guys think. What do you expect for America, Canada, and Mexico hosting the 2026 World Cup? And yeah, leave them down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you guys.